Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for your great support always. I usually don't take it for granted. By supporting me in this video, just do me a favor. Ensure you like the video. I will appreciate you so much for that like. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Kenyans, the news is just coming in as Tanzania bans opposition youth day gathering as they are claiming and referring to what has been happening in Kenya about the Gen Z's movement. Now, according to Tanzania police on Sunday, announced a ban on a planned youth gathering of the main opposition party, Chadema, accusing them of planning, but Awad Haji, police chief in charge of operations and training, said the force had clear indications that their aim is not to celebrate the International Youth Day, but to initiate and engage in violence. And of course, the statement of the police, so-called Awad Haji, says that according to what they saw in Kenya, and even his statement made a reference to the youths of Kenya, apparently referring to weeks of anti-government demonstrations in the neighboring East African country, led mainly by young Kenyans. And this is the statement. You see, police have decided to ban any form of international or internal and public gathering or demonstrations which go under the name of making the Youth Day. And that is what the chief police said. Now, according to the opposition officials, Chadema condemned the decision that President SAMIA SULUHU Hassan has to intervene, or else there is a partnership in between SAMIA SULUHU and the police officers in Tanzania. Now, as we speak, there is this outbreak of youth movement, not only in Africa, but across the world. You've seen what happened in Bangladesh. You saw what happened in Serbia. You saw what happened in Kenya. There was attempt in Uganda, but they were squeezed. There was attempt also in Nigeria, but they were squeezed. In other words, Kenyans, remember one thing. This movement of Gen Zs started in Kenya. And I asked myself, is this something that is having spiritual eye, or it is just something that you're just seeing like this? Because for me, it is no longer about the business of Kenya. It is about the world. Because the Gen Zs, they have realized that we are having dictators that have been there for a long period of time, leading us without even reforms, clear policies and ideologies. And for the young youths, they are now coming out demanding reforms that not only going to make them benefit in their different countries, but at least reforms that are going to make all people in different countries to enjoy their country. So those presidents who are dictators, are feeling now threatened with this courage of young men and women saying enough is enough. We are taking back our countries from imperialism, dictatorial governance, and to ensure that they are going to take over the leadership of their countries. You saw what happened in Kenya when the demonstration started. It was the young generation called the Gen Zs who started the movement saying that enough is enough. We are not going to wait our parents to raise their voices, but we are going to act on behalf of our parents. This led the President of the Republic of Kenya to withdraw the Finance Bill 2024 and to dissolve his cabinet. But as if that is not enough, we are being told that Tanzania youths had organized the so-called the opposition party, or not, the so-called International Youth Day that was going to be celebrated, supported by the opposition leader, so-called Chadema. And so they're thinking, the security personnel in Tanzania, they're thinking that this issue of youth might outbreak in Tanzania. And so they are banning any gathering of young youths in Tanzania. You saw this happening in Uganda also, where young youths are being suffocated by Museveni's police. You try, you see fire. But again, on the other hand, you saw what happened in Nigeria. They tried their best, but again, they were suffocated into a tight corner, being told that, remember, this is not Kenya. But again, Bangladesh, Gen Zs, managed to kick out the Prime Minister with a clear movement that was so lethal against the Prime Minister. The question I want to ask, as Tanzania is now banning the so-called youth gatherings or celebrations or kind of meetings, are we going to have also in Kenya, where now William Ruto will decide that no gathering of youths in the Republic of Kenya? But are they going to manage? Because remember one thing, you cannot compare the government system of Kenya and Tanzania, though they might have kind of relationships. They have adopted from this constitution to the other constitution. But remember, we are having different kind of systems in our country. That William Ruto cannot try and ban the gatherings. Even if they will try and go before the National Assembly to ban the demonstration, they will not manage. I'm telling you. You will see a demonstration rejecting such kind of proposals in the National Assembly. So I think the outrage that is coming at this time is that some dictators across Africa, across the world, they're feeling like this age is going to bring them a lot of trouble. This age is not safe for them. If they are not going to embrace them or to hear what they are saying, they're going to be kicked out. And that is why those presidents who are feeling like they cannot embrace them, their meetings and such kind of celebrations are being banned and prohibited. I saw in Uganda, now Tanzania. I saw something like that in Nigeria. I saw something like that in Rwanda. You know, so they are against this outrage of young youths, not only in Africa but across the world. You can see and clearly feel that the young youths are now coming out to say, we are taking over. You have lied to us for many years, and now this is our time. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? Drop your opinion at the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you so much because of your great support. Please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing this video. Bye-bye. Till you meet in another video.